The Recording Booth, Year 1. This is a continuation to the very first video on my channel, which is called The Recording Booth. And someone in the comments asked, "Are you going to make a part 2 to this?" And I replied, "Wait a year." And it's been 1 year, so I've dropped everything to make sure I get this out on time, and so we can celebrate 1 year of fanfiction together. So, please enjoy The Recording Booth, Year 1. Ladybug squinted, hands on her hips, as Cat fumbled with his bag. "Cat, just how many of those did you buy?" He froze mid-zipper pull, ears twitching. "The croissant breads? Like, maybe 6? "It's called Keithley, Cat." She sighed, pinching the bridge of her nose. She flicked her yo-yo open with a snap. "Just put them in here before you drop crumbs on the stairs." Cat's eyes lit up. "Thanks, Bug. You're the best." "I better not regret this." She crossed her arms, watching him with an "I already regret this" face. "What?" he said innocently. "Smuggling in food with superpowers, or...?" "More like using our superpowers to teleport to Budapest, just so you could see the Ladybug and Cat Noir movie in this particular cinema." "What? I saw it on TikTok. They have really good chairs, trust me." "You're lucky I'm going to the movies at all," she muttered, leading them up the stairs to the ticketing booth. "I am lucky." He leaned in with a quick bop of her nose, tail flickering behind him. Ladybug swatted his hands away with a laugh. "I'm here for Adrian Agreste, not you, kitty." Cat blinked, mock offended, then grinned as he leaned in. "Oh, you're an Agreste fan?" "Normally, yes," Ladybug said, adjusting her yo-yo on her hip. "But I don't know what the casting crew was thinking when they casted Adrian Agreste to play you." Cat Noir's eyes widened. He didn't even register the slight insult, too distracted by the fact that Ladybug had just admitted she was normally an Adrian Agreste fan. His grin stretched wider, dangerously close to smug territory. "Don't even start," Ladybug warned, striding past him. "Wouldn't dream of it," Cat said, practically skipping to catch up. They slipped through the cinema doors, melting effortlessly into the crowd of enthusiastic theatre-goers in cosplay. Ladybug looked at the tickets in her hand. "This better be worth the cross-continental trip." Moments later, they stepped into the theatre and froze. "What luxury!" Ladybug's eyes widened as she sunk into her seat. "Footrests? Cat, we have footrests!" Cat dropped down beside her with a happy thud, bouncing once to test the cushion. "I know. And look, we have a little table and a lamp." Ladybug stretched out her legs, utterly defeated by comfort. "I feel like a VIP." "Well, we would have been if you'd agreed to go to the premiere a few weeks ago." "Cat, you know I never say yes to those kinds of things," Ladybug said, sinking further into the chair. "And besides, this place is way better." "I'll take that as a thank you." When the movie finally ended and the credits faded, neither of them stood up right away. The soft glow of the little lamp between their seats made the whole cinema feel too comfortable to leave. "We could watch the new Formula 1 movie, if you have a spare 3 hours. Ladybug perked up immediately. "The one with Brad Pitt? Then yeah, I've got 3 hours." "I'm starting to think you only watch movies for the actors, my lady." "I'm too superficial for art." He gave her a look, softer than his usual grin. "Please, don't think I didn't notice how long you spent sketching on that cafe napkin last week. You love art." Ladybug blinked, caught off guard. "Stop teasing me and let's go watch Brad Pitt." "Your wish is my command." "I freaking love Brad Pitt," Cat Noir declared as they finally exited the cinema, stepping out onto the quiet, dark streets of Budapest. "Me too." "He's so cool." "Yep." You can tell he's having the time of his life on screen. Like, yeah, I know I'm hot and cool, and you all know it too, and now watch me crash this car in slow motion. I think you've got a crush on Brad Pitt now. Ladybug grinned. How can't I? Cat said dramatically, pressing a paw to his heart. So, which movie was better? Adrian Agreste or Brad Pitt? You're making me choose between my own children, Ladybug groaned, throwing her head back. But Brad Pitt. What? That's betrayal, Cat gasped, spinning to face her with mock offense. I bet Adrian Agreste spent hours in the recording booth perfecting his Cat Noir voice. I think he was pretty spot on. Yeah, he was, Ladybug admitted with a shy smile. But that was the problem. He sounded too much like you. He's too talented. Half the time I forgot whose voice it was. So, points deducted. Ouch. Harsh, Bug. Poor me and Agreste. Cat whined, ears drooping for dramatic effect. Ladybug nudged him with her elbow, smirking. Don't worry, kitty. Maybe you'll land your big acting gig soon. Well, what if I started a YouTube channel where I narrated audiobooks? Cat suggested, hands tucked behind his head as they strolled down the Danube. Ladybug shot him a sidelong glance. I am not convinced you could even read a book, Cat. Excuse me. I can, and I'm actually a seasoned writer. You totally read Ladynoir fanfics, don't you? No, Cat blurted out a little too fast. That would be weird. I read Ladybug x Shrek. Ladybug stopped walking altogether, staring at him in absolute horror. Ew, Cat! That's even worse! What? He's strong, he's green. I'm sure that Ladybug x Shrek edits would pop off on TikTok. How are you still a TikTok addict in 2025? Ladybug groaned, covering her face as she laughed despite herself. Blame Plag, he downloaded it. Ladybug raised an eyebrow. He falls asleep to TikTok dramas, Cat continued, gesturing dramatically. Something like, I fell in love with my psychiatrist? Wait, what? Yep, that's bedtime entertainment at the Cat Noir household. She laughed. They laughed. A year of adventures, silly arguments, banter, stolen snacks, and late-night walks. Their relationship was chaotic, messy, and ridiculous. And Cat Noir wouldn't change a single thing. Sometimes it's okay for things to be a little bad or cringe, as long as she was there to share it with him. Thank you so much for listening. That was The Recording Booth, Year 1. If you guys want a part 3 to this series, you're gonna have to wait another year until our anniversary. So, see you then. But no, hopefully I'll have some more chapters out before I leave Belgium in January. But as I have said on Discord and on the community posts, as soon as I get back to Australia on like January 10th, we are doing like try uploads each week. So you guys will be spoiled until like March. I'm going to make up for the loss. And then from then on, after March, it'll be probably weekly uploads, maybe sometimes bi-weekly. But yeah, I'll be back in Australia with my recording booth, not my on-the-go setup. And I'll have my freedom. And, you know, I'll be very happy in Australia when we get there. So, you know, back to regular uploads, I promise, from January 10th. But in the meantime, hopefully I'll have some things out. I just cannot guarantee. It depends on my situation. It's constantly changing. I have moved like 4 times in the past year, like houses. And I'm about to move again on Sunday. So, you know, it's kind of, my situation's a bit cooked. But as soon as I'm back in Australia, I have, you know, my house and it's all chill. Have my room, have my recording booth, and it's all fine. It's been a great year. I love seeing you guys in the comments. There's lots of familiar faces and some new ones as well. We're on, I think, is it 459 subscribers or 49? That's a lot considering we started off with 0. And yeah, it's been great. I'm going to keep uploading. I really love this, even though, No, I never thought I was one to be an audiobook narrator. I actually really hate my voice. People say I don't sound that Australian, but I think I do. People say I sound British, which I think is a little bit offensive, but whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I feel like I'm really Australian when I read, but maybe that's just, like, I grew up with a lot of speech impediments. Like, I had to go to speech therapy for I think 10 years. And I still have really bad habits as far as speaking goes. I'm quite breathy when I speak. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm quite breathy. Same with when I sing. I really gotta figure out how to stop being so breathy. I'll figure it out eventually, but no, I'm not very good at articulating things either. But no, it's been a really good activity, me doing all this recording, because I'm doing better at public speaking since I started doing this. So if you guys want to get good at public speaking, I really recommend narrating anything, really, for a long period of time, because it's really helped my, I guess, reading out loud skills and my public speaking skills for some reason. So I do recommend it, absolutely, if you want to give it a try. And if any of you guys do give it a try, please send me a link, because I need more Miraculous audiobooks to listen to. Seriously, we're in a drought. I mean, there's a few creators. My favorite, you guys know Mira's Miraculous Fanfiction. You guys know her. Oh my gosh, I love her. I know she's has a super busy life, and it's just crazy, but she's so awesome. I love her stories. Her voice is like the voice of my dreams. I wish I had a voice, but no, I'm Australian and I'm lazy. I swear, I feel like being Australian in itself is a speech impediment. But it's okay. We're surviving. Obviously, you guys have still been watching me for this long, so I can't be that bad. But no, one day I'll improve my voice. Maybe as we go along, maybe I'll sound better. But no, I can never turn my accent down. It's really hard to turn my accent down. I love Ladybug fanfictions so much. I'm still waiting. I believe she'll be back. One day she'll be back. And when she's back, the drought will be over. If you guys ever do this, please send me a link or comment and be like, hey, I posted a video, please watch it, and I will. Because I love fanfiction and I love it when it's narrated, because then I can just put it on in the background. And it's great when I'm doing other things, because sometimes I don't have, all the time to just be reading and focusing. I just need background noise sometimes. I know these are really helpful for people in the fandom who are not English speakers and would prefer to be read to instead of reading. I totally get that. When I'm learning French, I'd rather someone read it out loud to me than me have to read it myself, because me reading it myself is more effort. It's really good for people who are ESL, English second language. It'll be really, really good. And I know it's also really good for people who have trouble with sights. Because I find it really hard to read actual physical books, because I find that the text is just too bloody small, and my eyes just hate that. I need big ass text. So reading fanfiction on my computer isn't that bad, because I can just zoom in. But even then, some people have worse eyes than me, or have other problems going on with their vision, and being read to is really, really good, and it makes fanfiction more accessible, which is, I think, a really, really good thing. I'm really happy that I'm doing this, because I know there are some people out there who've been watching my videos who are in these kind of situations, and I'm so glad that I get to deliver fan fiction to them in a way that's just easier, and that they're involved in this as well, because it is really great to share these things, and everyone should be able to access this kind of content, so it's really good. And I feel life can get so messy, and the world is so messy, but fanfiction is that escape, which I find is really good. People need a break, they need an escape every once in a while, and I feel like that's one of my main drivers to sharing my fanfiction, is that I'm keeping someone entertained, and I'm keeping someone have happy thoughts and happy feelings, even if it's just for 15 minutes. I think it's that's my main drive, and it's really rewarding when I have you guys in the comments being like, oh, that was so good, oh, thank you so much, and I'm like, no, thank you guys for giving me a chance and listening to my voice. Thank you so much for sticking around for 1 year of fan fiction with me. And here's to another year. See you guys next time. Bye.